how God has been good to me. He took me from the miry clay and set my feet on the rock. I am happy and I am free, sanctified to a high degree. All because I let him in my life. One day Torah, one day Isab, one day Visa, one day Simuzira, Torah, one day Isab, one day Visa, one day Simuzira, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane.
I was living in misery, and you brought me victory. Now my tears became a testimony by your mighty power. You have given me a reason to live with your awesome grace. Manisaba, manifisaba, manisimutira, Jesu anehanya. Manisaba, manifisaba.
When the same was the Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane.
Manisimutira, Jesu anehanya. He loves me, He cares for me. He loves me, Jesus loves me so.
He's merciful and loving.
Manitoro,
Hey,
manisimutira, Jesu.
Simu,
Manisimutira,
Tora, Simu Ane Hanyane,
manitora,
Tora, Simu, Tora, Simu, Tora, Simu Ane Hanyane,
manehanya.
Ane Hanyane.
Hey, manisimutira, Jesu. He loves me, and He cares for me. Manisimutira, Jesu. He loves me, He cares for me. Manehanya, from misery to victory.
Greetings, everyone, wherever you might catch us from all over the world. My name is Morrison Mamuse. I'm Senior Advisor with the Diaspora Insurance, also trading as the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. During this time of the pandemic, which we are all locked down in all over the world, I know everybody of us is anxious about the investments that we have made with our monies. Have we done the right investment on the right policy, on the right cover? And we have been on the front line within our organization, myself and my team, to get information from all the stakeholders about what's going on with their policies that they hold with us. Today, we want to put the record straight. We are going to speak about how the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan has operated from when it started to where we are now. But most particularly, focusing on the question, does the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan cover pay if someone passes on due to the 19 pandemic? But before I go any further deep into that and invite my guest to answer some of these questions, I want to pay my utmost condolences on behalf of my team, the sales team here in Diaspora Insurance, and also the other stakeholders. To any of us who have lost a loved one, our sincere condolences. It's not the best of times for everybody of us. We would like to wish quick recoveries to all of our loved ones who might be in hospital anywhere in the world. We hope life will come back to normal as quickly as possible, because we are all operating from home. I'm working from home today as well. So it's not the best of times, but that's when we want our investments to work for us. That's when we want the right life cover to be available for us. So the choices we have made before, and the choices we're going to make today after watching this video, and the choices we'll make in the future about life covers will depend on whether we know the right products out there in the world. Being a senior advisor with the Diaspora Insurance and the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan based here in Birmingham, United Kingdom, and knowing that our organization is spread to cover 13 African countries, which are Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Botswana, Eswatini, South Africa, Malawi, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Mozambique. It is our responsibility as a responsible, ethical, and morally driven organization to answer frequently asked questions and to come with up-to-date information every time there is something to update, not only our clients, so that they can not like worry about their investments into our policy that we hold with them, but also to potential clients and to stakeholders who might want to join us, and to anybody who might think twice about which policy they have. So being a frontliner within the organization, I know we hold staff meetings every Wednesday. I know we hold strategy meetings, but I am part of the sales team. And some of the questions that we get, we always direct them to our corporate and our governance department. And such questions will be answered at the highest level within the organization. So to help me do that from within ourselves as the Diaspora Insurance and the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, I decided today that we are going to have a conversation with Mr. Jeff Madzingo, who is our Chief Executive Officer. I know we were together in a meeting yesterday, and I just thought we would have to be broadcasting to the world to speak about this award-winning Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan policy and what it means to our clients for now during this period that we are having a lot of shockwaves with this COVID-19 pandemic. So Mr. Madzingo, Jeff, I call him Jeff, and I'll continue to call him Jeff during this question and answer. I invite you in, Jeff, to speak to our viewers and our listeners. If you can hear me, you can come in and join me in this conversation. I can see you, Jeff. How are you?
Thank you. How are you today? Are you keeping safe?
So far, so good. It's sunny Birmingham, and we are keeping well. We are in the lockdown, and straight to the point. This is what we tell the world. Diaspora Insurance, peace of mind guaranteed. We know the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan policy pays at end of life.
Correct,
and this is exactly what is happening right now with any of our loved ones who might have passed on due to this COVID-19 pandemic.
Correct, correct. Firstly, I would like to express our heartfelt and deepest condolences to any family members. We always say that Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan is a family, and we want to work with the family. We share your pain, we share your griefs, and we are undergoing a very difficult time now where we are going through a global pandemic. Yeah. And a lot of families have suffered losses, bereavements, and a lot of families are undergoing through medical treatment. Some are in hospital, some are in intensive care. So it's a very, very trying time. We want to wish those ones who are in hospital quick recovery. We want to express our deepest felt and condolences to families that have lost their loved ones, and we wish them to rest in peace. And going to the question about the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan offered by Diaspora Insurance as to where we stand in terms of the pandemic, the COVID-19 or coronavirus, we are here as a team to support our clients, and we continue to we guaranteed at the inception that the target on our policy is that within 24 hours of providing proof of death, families get the necessary financial intervention. And the financial intervention is to relieve families who are undergoing bereavement so that you don't get caught up in a situation where you have a double tragedy of losing your loved one and also having to be looking for financial support from the wider community or GoFundMe or begging from community groups or WhatsApp groups. The purpose of our policy is to give families immediate financial intervention. So straight to the question, is Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan paying during these trying times of a pandemic? The straight answer is yes. We are paying as usual. We are supporting our clients. Our clients are our family, so the support is available. We have capacitated the whole team to continue to provide support from home, and we've got a big call center also in South Africa, which is also supporting clients wherever they are in the world. But the straight answer is that yes, we are paying within the 24 hours has always been promised. And right now we are just today we paid the tens of thousands worth of payouts in terms of COVID-19 claims. So again, our deepest condolence to the affected families, but the support is available. We are paying the beneficiaries as was always promised. So we are not we are not reneging on our promises. We've got the capacity, and we are able to meet our obligations. So we are paying, and we are processing. Besides the ones we paid today, we are processing tens of thousands worth of claims, and specifically to do with the COVID-19.
Right, Jeff. Before I even joined the team, when I started on my own policy for my family, you were always convinced, I think, as one of the founders to this very incredible policy, you were always convinced that a cash cover is better than goods and services, especially if we are looking at the diasporans. And that was maybe about 8 years back when the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan was first founded. Now it can never be more relevant that a cash cover is the most convenient type of cover for end of life. Why? Because we are looking at, let's say, people who are passing on due to this pandemic. They have got to be laid to rest by professionals, which doesn't give a family more time or any time at all to pay their respects. Which takes out the whole idea of goods and services. And so the cash cover becomes handy, where the family can now process everything even after their loved one has been laid to rest. Is it something you would have thought of with the team that founded this policy way back then? Like, this is the flexibility that we want to have with a cash cover, because you were always an advocate of this, and you are a true believer that a cash cover is a better.
Correct. Yeah.
option.
Yeah. Before I touch on the cash cover issue, what I could probably touch on is that insurance, like any other financial product, when you are looking at an insurance product or a financial product, there's always the issue about the suitability of the cover. The first thing that happens with the process is that you identify that I've got a need. It could be a need to have insurance. It could be need to have a mortgage. It could be need to have a bank account. You then, once you have identified that you've got a need, you then look at the options that you have. What best addresses your needs in terms of the now, in terms of the future. Because when you are planning for the long-term policies like these ones, you are not just thinking now or what you saw yesterday happening to someone and you are thinking that's what I want. You want to you are doing a plan and you put straight a planning is nothing but bringing the future into the present so that you create solutions for the long term.
Okay.
So you create scenarios into the future to say, if this happens, if this happens, if this happens, where does my policy leave me? And the way to do that, you are interrogating the suitability of the policy to say, an eventuality can happen, and I want my policy to work in any circumstance. So back to the issue about why cash has always been, it has always been our conviction that people need to be covered on a cash policy. In fact, I am an advocate of a setup where everyone who needs a funeral policy should be covered in cash, so that you buy the goods and services that you need at the point of need. Because if you lock yourself on a particular policy upfront, you may find yourself in a completely different situation at the point of. And
which is the same as where we are now.
Yeah.
Where some people might have thought they want to be led back to rest wherever they come from, but now it's not going to happen.
That's exactly the nightmare that is policies. When you are locked on a policy that creates a lot of rigidity, ultimately it will benefit the police provider, not the police owner. Of a pandemic where we suddenly have a situation now, like the cases that we've had to deal with, it's all cases where someone was thinking, okay, if I were to pass, I want to be taken home to my country of origin. If I were to pass, I want this, but in reality then it changes that you can't repatriate. What do you do? And we'll talk about the challenges that are coming with the issues of repatriation.
That's right.
Those are realities that will happen. So the idea of a cash cover is always to make sure that cash knows no border. Your policy automatically becomes a worldwide protection without borders, because the versatility that it has, that the same cash can be used for burial abroad, the same cash can be used for cremation if you choose cremation, the same policy can be used for paying for services to be repatriated if it remains a choice, the same policy can be used for a ceremonial send-off in worst case scenarios where say there is a plane crash, you can't even find the body, and you want to give your loved one a ceremonial send-off by visiting the site and things. So again, cash also gives you the additional advantages in that you, with cash in hand, you can cover a whole host of other expenses that will arise. The issue of food, church service, flowers, photography, post the funeral, the burial itself. You want to plan memorial service, you want to plan tombstone for your loved ones. So cash again leaves the family with enough capacity to honor and give their loved ones a dignified send off beyond the burial.
Brilliant, Jeff. Just to cap up, because I know I've less than 5 minutes before we go. For anybody who is logging in, who is getting to be in touch with us, I'm Morrison Mamuse. I'm a senior sales advisor with the Diaspora Insurance, or the guys who own the award-winning Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. I'm speaking with my colleague, Jeff, who is the CEO. We are answering the pertinent question about people who are anxious if their policy is going to pay people who are on the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, and the answer is an unequivocal yes. The peace of mind guaranteed is there, and if one has been up to date with their policies and paying in their premiums, we definitely will pay. So one of the big ones, I know we discussed this within our team meetings, and I think it's worth for us to put it out there to the world, like the other support that we give to people who hold policies with us, especially in regards to the challenges that people face with regards repatriation, say, at this time, and some of the interventions that we help families who are during the process of grieving a loved one, and they come to us for a claim. It's not just depositing funds into the beneficiary's bank account, is it? or there's more to that? And that I would say in 3 minutes, because we want to make sure we wrap this up, and I can promise our viewers we will be doing this every week. That's what we have decided we're going to be doing. So a quick one on that.
Yeah, that's the quick point is that it's a very, very trying time. And people are suddenly caught up in situations where you're losing your loved ones, fit and healthy. You get caught up in this pandemic, and you end up losing someone without even planning. Like they say, death comes when you least expect it.
That's
and
right.
Now it's even more correct, more happening in that fashion. Fit and working. And by the way, we also wanted to wish the best, all the best to our frontline workers, the key workers in different globally who are working in the health services, in the care services, who are supporting us ride this terrible pandemic. But the challenges that we have seen happening with the COVID now is that if someone passes on, because of the nature of the infectious disease, it creates a whole host of challenges to families when they want to give their loved ones a dignified send-off. Because normally we talk of celebrating someone's life when they come to pass. Yep. And when you come to think of it now, people are restricted in terms of staying at home to make sure that we don't help the pandemic spread. So people are suddenly faced with a situation where the number of people who can do the funeral is restricted. You have to wear protective clothing to do the funeral. So if someone was considering, like we've had to deal with the situations now where some of our clients were considering repatriation, suddenly they found themselves in a challenge where to repatriate, you need to do what is called body embalming, which is a process of treating the body ready for travel so that it doesn't go bad too quickly. That process, most, if not all funeral directors at the moment are not allowed to do that process because that process involves the treatment of the body, and then it releases the virus into the air if it's a COVID-19 in the case. And that means it's spreading, and the funeral directors will run a very big risk by doing that. So they can't do that. They can't do that.
Okay.
They can't do that. So
it's information we got when we were trying to support a family that wanted to go through that process.
Correct. Yeah.
So we don't go into just paying. We even get through information. About what's involved.
So we support the families and make sure that whatever they are planning to do, it's something that is doable. So you find yourself, even if you say we wanted to repatriate now, you are in a situation where the body cannot be prepared for repatriation. Then if the repatriation was to be suppose you are managed to clear that head, or that the body is okay, you are able to repatriate. The next challenge you suddenly find yourself in is that there are no flights.
There are no flights.
There are no flights, and even the airlines may not be very keen to be transporting infectious bodies in this current circumstance. So there are no flights to do your repatriation and family travel. Then when you arrive in your home country, it creates another new dynamic and a new challenge. That the receiving country, your home country, is taking a position that you are bringing in a high risk person for burial. So the requirement is that on arrival, straight to the burial, and the burial has to be done by health officials under inspection. But because you are also traveling during this time of lockdown, you are on arrival. You also go in as a family. If you are traveling to do the burial, you may not be able to do the burial because on arrival you are going into quarantine as well. Find yourself going into quarantine. Zimbabwe, as an example, was doing quarantine for 21 days.
That's right.
Before they reduced, I think just today, that's when they reduced it to about 80 days to say someone coming from abroad will go straight into quarantine for 80 days.
Right.
It's a very, very difficult times, but all those options are there. So what that then feeds to the issue about the cash cover. When you put a cash policy, what it helps you do is that you can easily switch, even if your wish was originally to be buried back home. You can easily switch. The family can switch and get your burial done abroad using the same money, the same policy. That's the essence of a cash cover.
Jeff, I will have to cut you short on that one.
Yeah.
because I know I have just less than a minute to wrap up on today's broadcast. And I know there's loads that we receive from our social media platforms where our clients and our prospective clients want answers. And being a member of the sales team, I know we are on the front line, we receive these. So today we wanted to get the perspective from the corporate governance perspective, and as well to answer some of the myths and the stories that our people out there might be having. So just to summarize, thank you, Jeff. I will talk to you on the other side. Jeff is my colleague, my CEO. We will speak from the other end. Thank you, Jeff. Just to round up on today's broadcast, we were talking about, does the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan pay? Yes, it does pay. Does the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan staff support with a lot more than just the cash payout? Oh, yes. There's research involved. There's giving out of authentic information to the beneficiaries. And for any people who want to get in touch with us, our offices are open. Our landline number is +44 121 295 116. That's 0121 295 116. Our teams are ready to pick calls from wherever we are and working remotely from home, and I'm one of them. And our claims line, which is always there for us, is 0770 3838 304. I will repeat that, 0770 3838 304. And to the hosts who have hosted our interview for today, thank you very much for your patience. I know it's been a lot of speaking from one end to another to come up with the best for today. And we hope.
Before you finish, if I could also just give our listeners our office numbers for South Africa as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, the South Africa, like we said, we've got a fully functional call center in South Africa, and the support is available. We've got a very big team there ready to support you. They are all capacitated to work from home as well. And if you go on our website, diasporainsurance.com, or on our product website, diasporafuneralcashplan.com, you can find all the contact details. The South Africa office is you can catch them on the WhatsApp number, which is +27 659 070 419. I will repeat the South Africa number, +27 5. I'll repeat. I'll start again. Sorry, +27 659 070 419. That's the mobile and WhatsApp support number. The office number is +27 101 096 then 555. Repeating the office number, +27 101 096 555. And the office is also open and supporting clients. So support is available, and thank you. And we wish everyone all the best in this very trying time.
Right. Thank you, Jeff. And for everybody that has been patient enough to listen to us, it's because we always want to make ourselves a responsible community. And if we know of anybody of our relatives, colleagues from Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Botswana, Eswatini, South Africa, Malawi, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Mozambique, wherever they are in the diaspora, they qualify to check out a policy with the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. And to our hosts who made this possible so we can have this conversation, thank you very much. This is the beginning of the so many episodes that we'll be bringing to you all over the world where you have been watching us from. And my name is Morrison with my colleague Jeff from the other side, based here in Birmingham, where we have our call center for the UK. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you stay safe. And should you need any support from us, the numbers that we have put out and the website and the Facebook page and all the other forms of social media, be it you want to sign up, be it you want a quote, be it you want a claim, be it you want to ask a question, we are ready and available. Thank you very much. Our host who has made this possible, thank you very much, sir. And I hope we can facilitate for this next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, God has been good to me. He took me from the miry clay and set my feet on the rock. I am happy and I am free, sanctified to a high degree. Oh, because I let him in my life. One day Torah, one day Isab, one day Visa, one day Simuzira Torah, one day Isab, one day Visa, one day Simuzira, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane.
I was living in misery, and you brought me victory. Now my tears became a testimony by your mighty power. You have given me a reason to live with your awesome grace. Unreasonable, unfeasible, unsimultaneous, Jesus, unhigher, unreasonable, unfeasible.
When the same will be, Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane, ni Jesu Ane Hanyane, Ane Hanyane.
He loves me, He cares for me, He loves me, Jesus loves me
He's merciful and loving.
so. Run it all, run it
Hey,
run it, Jesus.
Tora, Simu Ane Hanya, Tora, Simu, Tora, Simu Ane Hanya, Ane Hanya.
Run it,